Welcome to the Weyburn Rider Nation webcast. I'm Rochelle.
I'm Nicole, and this is Bobby.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. We're still talking Riderville in the Weyburn Rider Nation, and that's what we've been about for a long time now, so we're giving you a recap. Today, we're doing Weyburn Rider Roundup, our favorite day ever. Ever. Yeah, it was,
There was the birth of my children. That was good too.
That was good too.
But Roundup.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, since then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We talked about at the beginning of this contest, what have we got? Because the Riderville contest for us was always about what have we got here? Not what are we going to build to make it look like we're Rider fans,
Yeah.
but what do we already have today? So here's what we have. We have a list, a very long list.
Pages.
And then we had Rider Pride Day, and people were crazy and went nuts, and we knew that we had to have a giant Rider Pride party. And we thought, let's do it practice field style.
Yeah.
Because we love going to the practice field. It's always the place where the best of the best come out to do their thing and show off what they do and their Rider Pride. So that's what we decided to do.
And that's what it's about, to be a Rider fan, is it's about game day.
Yeah.
I mean, we live it 24/7, but it's about game day.
Yeah.
So this was sort of our way to bring that spirit to one place. So we picked a giant place because we thought, we know there's a lot of us, so what's our big giant place? So we picked the track behind the high school. And of course, the high school was on board and everybody was on board. So we had our venue.
Yeah.
And then we started thinking about, what should we do?
Yeah. And so businesses and organizations started coming in, and what can we do? What can we bring? How can we help? And everybody was on board immediately, and it was tons of fun. And we had, our local rock stars, the Carves band, said they'll do it, and then their music guy and Cleo from Music Craft, he said, yep, I'll do all the sound, and everybody just jumped right on board, and it was, it didn't cost us anything because we didn't want to spend a bunch of money. What's the point of spending a bunch of money on a campaign to win money?
If we had a bunch of money, we could have just given it to minor
football.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Instead of so anyways, so it was just everybody coming together for the sake of enjoying this. It wasn't about businesses even promoting themselves. It was just about them jumping on board and having a great time.
That being said, we had a ton of support from businesses.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it was
sort of came together too, like, hey, maybe let's have something fun for the kids to do. So then Crescent Point was like, oh yeah, we'd love to support that.
Yeah. So we had the Crescent Point Family Fun Zone. Another great part of the Weyburn Rider Roundup was the football skills competition.
Yes.
Blue Cross and teamed up with our local football heroes, the Weyburn Comprehensive High School Eagles, and they put on a skills competition so that all the kids could enjoy the game, and some adults too. Yes. Right? And they had a ton of fun at that.
I really liked watching the kids. There were some little children there that had never gotten to play the game before, that were Rider fans, that had the gear, that watched the games, but for them to be able to run through the tires and throw the passes, and you could see them looking over at Wes Cates and like, that was so neat.
Yeah,
it was
very
really
cute.
Fun to see
very
that.
Cute. So that was a ton of fun. That was a great partnership there with the Blue Cross. And then we just had a huge party. We had said, okay, we're going to get 1,000. Some people said 500. It's a summer. It's everybody's playing soccer and doing basketball and baseball.
And we said no. I'm sorry to say I told you so to anybody who's watching, but all along I said no. If you build it, they will come. And they did. And we stopped counting at 2,000 because we had to get on with the show. Yeah. And we didn't know what else to do. So well over 2,000 people. They were still coming in the gates. We had the fire department there with the green water that they cleared the entire town out of green food coloring. Yes. To dye the water green. The police. Yeah. They had their sign that they usually use to monitor people's speed. Yeah. So if you were speeding somewhere, it was a good night to do it because that sign was set up and said, "Go Riders, go!" and Weyburn is Riderville and all kinds of great stuff. And then they had their quad? Is it a quad? What,
kind
ATV?
Of an ATV.
So a really cool little thing that they had with lights and driving around. Yeah, that was a ton of fun too. And the ambulance and the float from the St. Vincent de Paul Catholic
church youth group had their great float there, so that was really neat. They drove all around town, and every mascot within 100 miles showed up.
Even there were mascots there. We had no idea we were coming. Yeah. It was so fun to just look over and be like, oh,
there's the root bear.
There's the root bear.
There's the root bear. Okay. Hey.
Apparently, the root bear drove all around town playing rider songs before they
with
came.
a big flag. I saw the picture of that. That was really neat. So,
and that's part of it too. There were so many people there, and it was so much fun. It was like when you're on the practice field. Yeah. Because you can't do everything. There was so much and so many people that.
Yep, and the outfits and the crazy
music.
And the music, and it was a lot of fun. And then we had the barbecue, of course, because that's what you do on the practice field too.
And the co-op, of course.
Yeah, the co-op, of course, along with our Weyburn minor football.
Yes.
They put on a great barbecue for us. So it was just wow, the best night.
Yes.
And everybody just kept coming. We had Wes Cates and Luke Mullender and Gaynor was there, and they were a little.
Gaynor.
I know you do.
I do. Yeah. I love Gaynor.
Yeah.
Okay, you can move on.
Okay. They had a lot of fun. They were kind of like, where did all these people come? Thank you to them for going overtime in signing the autographs, because again, we weren't quite anticipating that kind of a. She was. She knows. Yeah, it's true. So, and then it was just really about the fans, though. Yeah. Again, everything we've done has been about the fans, because these are the people that are here every day. Every day when we think we are Riderville, it's because of the fans. And they were dressed up and they were crazy, and just came and sat and had fun. The cheerleaders were there from the high school. The high school kids came out and face painted in the family fun zone, and the whole town came together, and it was just an amazing night. And we have so much footage. Yeah.
Even setting up that day, and people were just showing up. SaskTel. Yeah. We support the riders. We're going to come down and help set up. Scotiabank. We had Sask Energy sent us a bunch of little mini footballs so that we could throw them to the children, and
they just heard what we were doing.
Prizes and prizes and prizes from Ford, and
And really, what I love is it was just for fun, totally family friendly, alcohol free. We didn't have to, we didn't have to serve up anything other than burgers to get people to come.
Yeah, they just came. It wasn't that we were having something else and we said, hey, wear your green, let's take some footage. Yeah, this was just about the riders. And I think that confused people a little bit at first, not so much here, but when I was talking to some family in different cities saying, no, it's just a Rider Pride party. No, we're just hanging out. Yeah. People will come because that's what we do.
Yeah, and then we had the very cool Jerry Manel Limited said, we got to do an aerial photo. They knew too.
Yeah, they knew.
They clearly knew. Yeah. They were on board with you.
Way to go.
Way to go. They knew that there was going to be that many people there. So we had everybody lined up in the WRN for the Weyburn Rider Nation, and we took the aerial photo, and everybody was screaming, right? And you were up in the tower.
Let's just show it.
Okay.
We can't even describe it.
Yeah, you bet. Well, that's our recap of the Rider Roundup. You can find lots of video footage, of course, of the Roundup on our website.
Yeah.
And for the record, we are the Weyburn Rider Nation, and we are Riderville. Oh, yeah.